from the electorate to the party as well, because as you know, our processes, 40% is contributed from vetting and 60% comes from the ground assessment. So when one emerges as the winner and the ultimate flag bearer, it goes to show that this particular person has garnered a lot of support on ground, but then also that person has proven to be of good quality as a leader. So I do appreciate the party and everyone that has supported me to being where I am today. When you ask that what drives my bid to, top local government position such as LC5 woman councillor representing the people of Kawempe South, is because first and foremost I believe that the issues that affect Ugandans at this particular level go down to the lowest of levels, which is basically the local government. I aspire to be an LC5 councillor who will represent the people in KCCA City Hall that goes to discuss and determine and plan for the city. The young people that we are looking at, there's so many people that we are looking at are surviving in Kampala. When we look at the vendors, for example, when we look at women, all kinds of people that are surviving in Kampala, I believe that their voices need to be represented. On several occasions, I've had an experience where I visit Luzira, and the biggest number of people that are there are actually vendors. And they are young people as well, because maybe because of the situations in which we survive, people cannot afford to have rent, people cannot afford to pay for these such big shops. We've seen the issue of the recent Nachivubo channel issues that we've had with Ham. And so many people have come out to say that, look, wherever Ham is putting this mall or whatever he's trying to do, there are people who have been doing businesses there. So, and I've also countries where they allow for such kinds of business, street vendors, to actually be run as a business and people get something out of it. So there are so many challenges that I've seen at local level that need to be addressed, and they need people like us that come with the ideas that are going to represent our people. We've seen issues to do with massive unemployment, but then we see that we continue to have roads being constructed, and we are wondering which people are you employing to work on these roads. I've seen them employing UPDF, the engineering department, but we have young people that can actually do these small jobs and get money out of this. We have so many young people that need to be encouraged to do businesses in the city. So I come to provide solutions to the challenges that affect our people, but then also, most importantly, to be their voice on KCCA.
Right. But look...
Ebyo bye bimyanso bye tulina mu national platform. Abana bafuwa oluzungu bakonna lukonde bakomba lukombe eyo national platform tenyigibwa munoga yakava ku campus bwati Dr. Mulamba azze kuba kansala agenda kujjanjaba abantu ba kibuga.
Dr. Nambasa, Kampala politics is tough, with NRM party machinery playing a very big role. You have faced intimidation, harassment. How will you compete and win over the electorate despite all these challenges?
The first step to winning over the electorate is, irrespective of what the state machinery is, it is not dependent on whatever is happening, but then having the trust of the people. So the first thing that we are doing as the National Unity Platform and as candidates as well is for us to be able to build trust, to garner the support from the people. And like I've said, that when our flags were being given out to determine the flag bearers in our party, it was based on 60% coming from ground assessment. So the fact that I did emerge the winner does show you that there is already some support on ground. So it is, how do we actually emphasize this support? How do we strengthen it to turn from being just support into votes? But then also the message that we give our people, that your power is in your vote. We've seen countries where people have voted and changed, systems. We saw in Gambia where we had, Yahya Jammeh leading people for over 22 years, and people went to an election, they voted and they defended their vote over a dictator who had actually tried to reject this. So while there is a lot of state machinery, which we even saw in the Kawempe by-election as well, but we still went ahead to win. So we do know that the state machinery is there. We know that there is a lot of violence, a lot of intimidation, vote rigging, and whatever activities that the state actually goes ahead to do. But we are also ready for them. We know what they are doing, and we have solutions to whatever it is that they're going to do.
Dr. Nambasa, to be fair to you, Kawempe has largely been dominated by the opposition, especially the National Unity Platform. But several independents, including former NUP and NRM members, are joining the rest that you are competing for. Do you see them as a threat?
What I've grown to know is that anyone that comes into a race is a threat. But then it does not then mean that maybe they are going to get me off my guard, because in the first place, when I see someone that switches from a party, it speaks a lot about them as a person and what their character is, because I was surprised to see that we had people that expressed interest in getting party tickets for particular parties, and when, you know, the results came out and they were not successful, they switched to other parties within only 24 hours or less. So this goes to speak about someone in terms of their quality, in terms of their beliefs, their values and principles, because you cannot just change like that. So while all that is happening, I do know that anyone that comes into an election is a threat. They are a threat to me, but I'm equally a threat to them. So it is a competition where the best has to win. And I believe that if I did offer the best, if I am the best out of them, I will ultimately make it.
Well, you are a young female leader. Women often face hurdles in politics, from intimidation and abuse online. What is your message to young women out there eyeing leadership roles in Uganda?
My message to the young people out there eyeing leadership roles and who want to contest is that no one said it was going to be easy in the first place, and no one has had it easy. We have had women that had to run for us to be able to crawl to where we are today. So there is effort that is being done. There are positions that are there for affirmative action that could be given a chance, but also as women, the world has changed. We have since evolved from a world where women are being kept in the kitchen, women are seen not to be good enough, while we may still have some stereotypes which the women that are coming into leadership should know, but we are also representatives of what we want to see changing. So as a young woman that is aspiring to be a leader, be brave, be bold, watch out, try it out. There is not a right time. Any time is the right time. Just go in, give it your all, and you'll see things work out. We've all tried things. When I was guild president, people said, oh, she's a woman of many firsts. She was the first female, Muslim woman to be a leader. She was the first one from... So there are so many things, but I mean, at the end of the day, we made it. So you can make it as a young woman out there, but most importantly, understand that when you hold a particular position as a woman, you're not only there for yourself, but even for other women out
there. Tweyanziza Shamim Nambasa, former Girudi President Macherere, atayagala bwa kansala naye omwana afuwa oluzungu omunange mbadde bimba nengambo baba gambi kazungu kikafuye ati bali banguli bitano mbwa nti njogera nnyo oluzungu anti mmanyi nnyo oluzungu munupu tebagala amanyi oluzungu mwana wuno oluzungu afuwa lufuwe ne kumazi alwogererako gwego omulembe ati ngoli avayo nga akugamba simanze nina ground simanyanze nina ebisanyizo simanyanze banyimye kadi nze simanyanze na small independent kati ngoleke eno material twaleki musimanyanze mbadde kansala kati atabangu kansala atansinga atya gundi babadde batunulira ebintu bingi nga bibagatta ne bagamba onakusingako kino kati gwe musawo kino onakusingako kati babalabula omu byasinga ku munne balina okulanga awaliwo ate minzaani gye yeewunzikidde nnyo nga alina biyitirivu ng'alina okulangirirwa nti akize ku banne era kati bwe batwe badde bakira ku bantu naye abatalina kukkiriza abatondebwa n'emitima eminafu obwongo bwabwe tebamatira si bamativu eva nga bo batondebwa tebamatira bamululu bakiri mululu bebasazo bwe bakubeyo kerere simanze mali na ground simanze bansinga batya simana adeli nakubanze ani agamba nti buli kimu olina kuba gwe bwe kululi waba tishatekana ne kununo olina okuba omanyi waliwo politics abaddewo emabega wano mu ggwanga Uganda ate nga wakikadde ngoli wabeera mu kifotagala kuba opaka asooka kufa nekiroka kirowoozebwako okuddamu okwesimbibwako omulala bw'abeera waagenda ne ku ndagu n'aloga oyagala omwesimbako kyekibaddewo n'abeerawo myaka 10, 20, 3 nga tavaawo nenga agamba Museveni atufuze ebbanga ddene tavaawo atulemeddeko nenga nabo kye bali mu kukola kati nga abantu batunagana yi mugamba kujjako oli alina mu kyekimu kye mukola kati ne beeranga konvira kati ojja tulonda Museveni alibana mu mulinga ye kati tuleese mulembe mupya oba ofuze emyaka 5 tunagamba gwe ng'ogenda nga tuteekawo omulala abantu bafune mentality yo nti omuntu akulembere avaawo essaawa yonna kireme kubanga kyalubeerera nti omuntu alina kubeerawo bannayuganda bakyambala embongo waabwe nti omuntu wakenda mukulembeze talina kuvaawo paka lwalikuwa Bannayuganda balina okumanya okufuna essuula empya nti osobola okuba omukulembeze olwaleero enkya n'obuvaako babeere nga bakikkiriza babeere n'obuyinza bwe tubaddiza obuyinza bwe babeere nga basalawo kyo Kyagulanyi kyazimba seno monopoly abantu baleka n'okumanyira nze mbadde wano ndi mukadde nze simanyi experience nze mbitegeera ennyo how ani agaana ogo atonde bobitegeera ani atabitegeera wajjawo ng'obitegeera